guys, welcome to my, I'm going to call this my Pretty Little Miracles video. If you're not quite sure what that's going to mean, basically what it means is items, beauty items, skincare items, whatever, makeup items that I found that are really, really inexpensive, that I think yeah, are just absolutely fantastic, basically. I mean, I could have called it beauty on a budget and stuff like that, but I don't want to do that because I don't consider it beauty on a budget. I just basically think these are items that I've picked up from wherever, over basically whenever I've picked them up, and I've used them, and I just think they're absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to get straight into it. There's a real combination of stuff here. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the Pretty Twisted Out Nail Polish Remover. Now these are £1 from the pound shop, and they're £1 in the factory shop. I've seen these mainly in the cheaper shops. I've only got them for £1. I've got loads of these. They do this one, and they also do another one that removes artificial nails, and that's got like the plasticky like brush inside. This has got the sponge inside. I don't know if this is the one. Yeah, this is the one that's open, so that's the sponge in there. You can see that. It's not the most pleasant smell, but then nail varnish removers aren't pleasant, so yeah. This is definitely comparable to the Bourjois 1 second, which I don't think is 1 second anyway. I don't think it's ever been 1 second. But yeah, this is definitely comparable to the Bourjois one, which I've got and I love, but this one is just absolutely fantastic. I don't know if I can do a quick demo now. I haven't got a great deal of nail varnish on. I've got a sort of blue on there that's chipped. I'm going to do it now, literally. 1, 2, 3, done. So yeah, I can see that. Hasn't got right into the corner, but then I always spend a little bit more time. Like I said, I don't think the Bourjois one is 1 second. The only thing I would say about the Bourjois one that I prefer to this is the smell, because once the acrid smell's worn off, with the Bourjois one you get a lovely sort of fruity smell, but with this you don't. And to be honest, what does it take to wash your hands after you've taken something like this off? Nothing. So that's that. The other one in that sort of line is the Pretty Perfect Nail Drying Spray, which again I've picked up in Poundland, and I've also picked it up in the factory shop as well. It's basically just a spray. I got mine, there you go, see it there, for £1. Literally, you put your nail varnish on, you give it a quick spray over, and it dries your nail varnish quicker. This is fantastic stuff, and it works. And there are other ones out there that cost sort of like £4, £5.99 for £1. This does exactly the same thing, and it's just a pretty little miracle. So that's that. Another thing I'm going to talk about scent-wise, body sprays and stuff, are the Natural Collection ones. These are absolutely divine. I love this one. This has got to be one of my favourite ones. This is the Ice Musk one. They last forever. They're in a plastic bottle. They just spray it on and you just smell gorgeous. For the winter or the summer, I prefer these in the summer, but this is definitely a favourite of mine, and it's so expensive. £1.99. It's just, you can't go wrong. Silly money. Right, the next thing I'm going to talk about, skincare wise, is, and then the rest after this that I've done these for you, are going to be makeup. This is BB cream. This is the Pure BB cream, which I again picked up. I think I've got this in Savers, and I've seen it in sort of very old fashioned, what do you call it, chemists and stuff like that. This is £1.99, and I used it in a demo recently. It's what I've got on my face underneath my sheer cover makeup that I'm wearing now. I love this stuff. It's got really good coverage on it. Again, £1.99, and for that price it's just a pretty little miracle. I'm going to keep saying that all the way through now, because that's the title of the video. So yeah, that's the BB cream. Setting sprays. I have got 2 or 3. The recent one, that most recent one I've bought, is from MUA, but that's £5. It's very good, but you can also make your own one with either bottled water and glycerin from, like pure glycerin, which you get from Boots, or in America it'll be Target or Walgreens. I know they sell them there. It's just a pot of glycerin, and you do 1 part glycerin to 3 parts water, and you can make yourself a little fixing spray, which is, it's fantastic stuff. But Boots, I think this cost me £1.25. In Boots they do the glycerin and rose water basically, and that's all it is. It's in this little bottle, and it was £1.25 I think it was, and you get 200 mils, and I put it in a tiny little bottle, like decant it into a bottle. I think I got this from Superdrug for 49p, and it's a fixing spray. Spray it on your face and it fixes your makeup perfectly. So yeah, that's another brilliant miracle. Very inexpensive, and it works as good as any fixing spray out there. Right, next, makeup. Okay, I'm just going to run through the makeup, and if this camera cuts off, I'll come back obviously, but it just means the batteries are running out, because I can see we're really low on battery. Right, so what should I go for first? Okay, eyeshadows. Most of this, I'm going to admit to you, most of this is MUA, because it's just such an inexpensive brand. It's ridiculous for the quality that you get. The one that I'm wearing on my eyes at the moment, I don't know if you can see this, comes from the very controversially talked about on YouTube MUA Undress Me 2 palette. I've seen 3 or 4 or 5 reviews on this now, and each review has said that the pigmentation of their shadows is basically rubbish. There's no colour payoff at all, and they definitely preferred the Undress palette, which is obviously the dupe for the Naked. This is the dupe for the Naked too. I'm going to have to, I was really surprised when I saw these reviews, because mine is just amazing. I think there must be a bad couple of batches gone out, because my one is absolutely fantastic. Again, it's what I've used on my eyes today, and I don't know if you can tell, but I wouldn't say that was lack of pigmentation there at all. Definitely not. The colours I used on here was just 3 colours. So I used the one that's supposed to be Verve, this one here, and I used, I think, this one up here, and I also used the really dark brown there to create this look, which I think, like I said, pretty spot on, and I love it. The pigmentation on mine, I mean, I'll show you the colours that I used. I'll swatch them on my fingers. That's one swipe, that's another swipe, and that's another swipe. There you go. That was just a really quick swipes on my fingers. You see them? Mine are just fantastic pigmentation, so I really don't know what's going on with the MUA and Undress Me 2 palettes, but yeah, it might be worth writing into MUA and asking them. So anyway, that's the one I've got on my eyes at the moment. I've also got the Undress 2, which you can see I've hit pan on big time in this. There. But I've got about 2 or 3 backups of each of these, so, and while we're at it, I might as well just show you the rest of the MUA collection that I've got. Pretty much all of them. I've got the Immaculate collection as well, and I can safely say that all mine are really pigmented, and they all work absolutely perfectly, and they're gorgeous. I love them, absolutely love them. 2 single eyeshadows from MUA I'm going to mention because they're just absolutely wonderful. One is number 17, which I use in most of my videos, and it's just a sort of, I don't know, it's a bit darker than Naked from the Naked palette, or what would be this colour in the Undressed. It's just the most brilliant transition colour. It's number 17, or shade 17, and it's a matte brown from MUA. I love that one. I use that basically all the time as a transition colour on my eyes. And the other one that I absolutely adore, I mean, I have got most of these, but the other one that I use the most of is shade 1, which is a pearl, and it's just looks like that. And the shining quality on this is just amazing. I usually use this as a highlighter, or I have been using it as a highlighter, so yeah, I love that one. I highlight my brows and everything with that, and my inner corners. Speaking of highlighters, again, MUA has got to be the Undress Your Skin highlighter, which is this one. I love the pattern, and you can just see the sheen on it. It's gorgeous. This is, I think, £3, and I think it's staying at £3. That is the price of this highlighter, and I adore it. So that's a really cheap, inexpensive Pretty Little Miracle to me. So that one goes there. 2 more MUA powder products. The first one has got to be my Bronze Perfection. You can see I've used this so much. Look, I've had to mend it with tape because the lid has just finally given up. And I've look, and I've also hit pan on that as well, which is amazing. So yeah, that is £3 again, and the size of this is humongous. It lasts for ages. I've had this since the beginning of last year when it first came out, and I've got loads of use out of it yet. I will be getting another one though. And the other one, if you don't want something as dark as that, is the MUA face powder in shade 4. The MUA face powders look like this, just basically. That's shade 4, which is going to be a sort of dark tanny colour. Yeah, it's just the most gorgeous sort of dark, I don't know, you can see it on there. You can see it on there. You can use it. I use it as a bronze. I've used it as a bronzer today. I don't know if you can see, just down here. Yeah, so that was £1. So if you want, rather than having a bronzer for £3, you can have a bronzer for £1. Yeah, I love it. So that's that one. Going away from MUA just for a second, I'm going to go to my Poundland Chit Chat bronzers, which I absolutely adore because they are a highlight and a bronzer in one. I'll show you the one I've got on at the moment. This is the first one I ever got, and this is Blossom. Really, really, really sort of like glowy pink, and it's got massive, gorgeous highlights in it as well. So that's that one. That was obviously £1. Then the next one is slightly darker, and that one's called Desert Flower. Can't see a lot of difference on here, obviously, but yeah, that's Desert Flower. It's just slightly darker shade of pink, but again, it's got the highlight in it. And this one is the one I've recently bought, and the one I'm actually wearing today up here. And this is Autumn Rose, and this is quite a lot darker, but it's just the most gorgeous, gorgeous pink. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Yeah, and that's also got highlighting properties in it as well, because obviously I haven't used the highlighter today because it's glowing quite happily on its own. So that's that. Then I'm going to go on to quick concealing products. Again, they're MUA, sorry guys, but you know, you can't go wrong. This is the new Hide and Conceal Stick Concealer from MUA. It's just a stick concealer. It's really creamy, and it just works its way into the skin absolutely gorgeously. It doesn't crease. I use this under my eyes. It doesn't crease at all. I think there's 4 colours, but I've got mine in fair and natural. So I've got the fair for under my eyes and the natural for my spots. Fantastic. They're £1 each, and they're just amazing. So that's that. Another couple of items. So these 3 items are all from MUA. No, 4 items from MUA. The MUA is just turning out to be the most fantastic thing. Right, so the MUA Makeup Academy Professional Eye Primer. I love this. I know Maria Sparkles as well. She's really keen on this. She uses it in most of her tutorials. I absolutely adore this. It's £2 for this primer, and it just goes such a long way. It smooths your lines out on your eyes, and it's just fantastic. So I love that for a primer. My favourite eyebrow pencil is, of course, an MUA one. This one's in blonde. I think they come in four colours. I'm not sure. But this is blonde, and it's got the little brush on the end. Just a little brush there. And it's just a really, really soft sort of pencil. Really soft, waxy. And for £1, it's just, well, I've done my eyebrows with it today. Again, Pretty Little Miracle. Lip glosses. Absolutely adore for the cheapness of these. This is the sheer lip gloss, which is just like a jelly lip gloss. I'm going to just quickly pop it on now so you can see how amazing it is. Miss Budget Beauty loves these as well. They're not sticky, and they just absolutely look gorgeous. So that's £1, I think. Yeah, some of those ones are £1, and they come in about 8 or 9 different colours, and these for not so sheer colour are the Out There, I think Out There Plumping Lip Gloss from MUA, and these come in about 7 or 8 different shades. These are the ones I've got. I've got more than this, but these are the ones I picked up. And just to show you the pigmentation on these things, I've picked up this one, which is Shocking Pink. They've actually bothered to name these ones. Really opaque. There you go, Shocking Pink. I think these are £2 each, so basically a liquid lipstick. These are fantastic. These are £2 each, and they're just the most amazing coverage of your lips. Yep, the last two things I think I'm going to speak about are mascaras that I absolutely adore. These mascaras are £1.99 each. They're from NYC. One is a they're both high definition. One's volume and one's separating mascara, and that's these two here. They are £1.99, and they're just absolutely amazing. I've got, I think, the separating one on my eyes at the moment, and as you can see, it's not clumpy. They just make my eyelashes look lovely. Yeah, I actually like my face today, which is pretty amazing for me. Most of it was created, obviously the sheer cover has done the foundation, but all the other bits around the outside are basically MUA and NYC, because I love these products. They are all inexpensive. I don't like saying cheap. They're all inexpensive. They're all available in the drugstore, to most of it to people in the UK, and yeah, I just absolutely adore it. I think my favourite thing out of all of it has got to be my bronzer and my MUA palettes, especially, very controversially, this one is my new favourite at the moment. I think I just got a good one. Like I said, this is what I've done my eyes with today, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's been my Pretty Little Miracles video. Put in the comments below what little miracles you found with your shopping for makeup and stuff, and yeah, I'd be really pleased to hear what you found out there. I hope this helps, and I hope you can go out and find these items, because they are fantastic. They're inexpensive, and they're just so easy to use, and they make you look good. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.